Yo, Pan, you ready?
Yeah,
Man, let's lock and load.
yeah,
Just blaze.
yeah.
No, turn me.
Skateboarders are probably some of the craziest people you can meet, but when they get hurt, they can be a perfect example of Newton's first part of his first law. When skaters catch an edge, their board stays still, but because objects in motion tend to stay in motion, they catapult forward. Golfing is a perfect example of the second part of Newton's first law. As the golfer sets up his tee, his ball remains still until he acts upon it with the force of his club, because objects at rest tend to stay at rest. Soccer is a great example of Newton's second law, which is force equals mass times acceleration. As we see the player kick the ball with ease, he demonstrates this law because the force he creates by kicking the ball causes it to accelerate. To prove Newton's law further, if the player tried kicking a piano, he would fail miserably because his force would not be able to accelerate something of such great mass. Boxing is probably the most gruesome sport and is a perfect example of Newton's third law, which is every action has an equal and opposite reaction. As we see Ali destroy Foreman, not only do their faces bleed, but their hands and thumbs feel pain and damage as well, because they are hitting each other's faces with their hands, but their faces are equally hitting their hands back with the same amount of force. Newton's concept of range of motion is perfectly demonstrated in football by the punter. When a punter punts the ball, the range of the ball is determined by the angle in which he kicks it. The air, wind, and other surrounding forces play the role of friction on the ball and determine where and how far it lands.